So welcome to the first of 9 slideshows that will be available for you to memorize your 108 plants and flowers. The first flower we have is Asiatic lily. This one's peach. Asiatic lilies are available in peach, white, pink, and yellow. And they're usually around $6 per stem. The next flower we have is sunflower. Sunflowers are available from Oregon farms, usually midsummer through the end of fall. And you can get them in the worldwide market pretty much throughout the year, but I like them best in those seasons. They usually run anywhere between $3 and $5 a stem, depending on how big their heads are. This flower is called light blue Tweedia. Tweedia also comes in white. I love Tweedia because it has those tiny star-shaped blossoms on a long arching stem. So you can put it in a vase arrangement and it can kind of arch out to the side. It's great in bridal bouquets. It's available in the summertime. Usually I do it at $2 or $3 a stem, depending on how full the stems are. The next flower is straw flower. It comes in whites, pinks, oranges, and reds. It is an amazing flower because it has 3 to 5 tiny blossoms on a stem, and the blossoms dry very well. It's available in the summertime through the early fall. I usually price it at $2 to $3 a stem, and yeah. Chrysanthemums are one of the most commonly used flowers in the floral industry. And the ones you see here, the one you'll have to memorize is Daisy Chrysanthemum, or Daisy Mum for short. There are 3 types of chrysanthemums that have multiple blossoms per stem. The one you see here is Daisy Mum. The other type is a button chrysanthemum, and the last type is a cushion chrysanthemum. There are also 2 other types that we will be reviewing in later slides that are a single blossom per stem, but we won't worry about those for now. Chrysanthemums are $3 a stem at my shop, and they're available year-round. Stargazer lily. Stargazer lilies are one of the Oriental lilies, and to my knowledge, I know of about 6 different Oriental lilies, and they come in whites, pinks, and peaches. And the Oriental lilies, such as stargazers, are fragrant, very fragrant, and they have larger blossoms as compared to the first slide with our LA hybrid or Asiatic lilies that are smaller heads with no fragrance. So they're available year-round. I usually price them around $9 a stem, depending on how many blossoms each stem has, and they usually have 3 to 5 blossoms per stem. Roses are so incredibly common that I almost didn't put them in my slideshow because I think everyone in the whole wide world knows what a rose looks like. But the reason I put these roses in here was because I wanted to point out the difference between garden roses and standard roses. The garden roses are the ones on the bottom of the slide, and as the slide pans up, you'll see standard roses. And so garden roses usually run around $9 to $12 a stem, where standard roses at Newport Florist run around $5 a stem. And those prices are variable depending on stem length and the size of the blossom. Roses come in hundreds of colors. They're available year-round. And one interesting side note about roses is a lot of times you'll have a customer come in the shop and say that they want a dozen roses or 2 dozen roses or something like that. And as a florist, one of the things you need to know is that a lot of people don't know the names of any flower other than roses. And so they use the word rose meaning flower. So just a side note. Okay, this one is actually 3 in 1. This is called Celosia. And so there in the middle, you see coxcomb Celosia. On the right side of the slide, you see flame Celosia. And on the left side of the slide, you see globe Celosia. So you're kind of getting 3 in 1 here. Celosias are available summer through fall, and they come in yellows, reds, oranges, earth tones, pinks, purpley magenta type colors. And they're kind of a Oregon grown favorite. Like you can see these a ton at the Oregon Flower Market. So they're kind of cool. And I always get strong reactions out of the coxcomb celosia. People always think it looks like brain coral or something else. And it comes in some really unique colors, such as a real pretty champagne color that's kind of a cross between light green and pink. I usually price it anywhere between, I would say, $2 and $5 a stem, maybe a little more. If some of the coxcomb celosia is gigantic, I might go $6 or $7, but generally speaking, around $3 or $4 a stem. Lizianthus is a wonderful flower. Generally, it runs around $3 a stem. It comes in pinks, lavenders, whites, greens, earth tones such as browns and burgundies. And one of the things that I love about Lizianthus is it's so delicate and wispy, but actually it is a very sturdy flower. It really holds up as like a boutonniere or, out of water. It really does the trick. I want to say that Lizianthus is available late spring through fall on the Oregon market, and then you can get it pretty much year-round through the world market. Cosmos are one of my favorite summertime flowers. They're available in the fall as well. They are a local Oregon-grown flower. They don't have them on the world market other times of the year because they're really delicate and hard to pack. And they have a long, slender stem and a large, heavy head. So they're visually in an arrangement, they have a lot of movement because they, if you move the arrangement, they'll like move around. So I don't know, they're just very charming. They come in pinks and whites, and they run generally $3 a stem. This greenery is Maidenhair Fern. I'm ending the slideshow with two of my favorite greeneries. And Maidenhair Fern is one of my favorite greeneries because it's Oregon grown and it has a long, slender black stem, and the leaves are soft, delicate, wispy, not petals, leaves. And when you put it in an arrangement, just like Cosmos, it has movement. So if you move the arrangement, the greenery kind of flutters around, and so it has that soft, wispy feel to it. Usually I do it at $1 or $2 a stem. And it is, I can't say what seasons it's available in. I want to say spring through fall, but I'm not for sure on that. It could be year-round. Our last item on the slideshow is a greenery which is called Salal, and it grows very abundantly here on the Oregon coast. And we actually have a large Salal distributor here in South Beach, and they ship Salal all around the world. It is a wonderful greenery because it has a super long vase life, and it provides a great undergirding for an arrangement or a base for an arrangement. And it's pretty much available year-round with the exception of right around Mother's Day is when the plant starts to put out its new growth. And you can't use the new growth because it wilts right away in an arrangement. So this concludes the first of 9 slideshows that I'm making for you students of the Fundamentals of Design class here at Newport Florist. There'll be 8 more. These are your first 12 items to memorize, and I hope you enjoyed the slideshow and will be able to put it to memory.
Testing.